So a year ago, roughly, I was at this little traffic turnout here in Newburgh, near the airport. And the security guard came and asked me what I was doing, and I said, taking pictures of bikes. And he said, well, I can't have you here. And I didn't argue with him, because what's the point? So a couple weeks later, here are these big barricades to block this traffic turnout. You know, so nobody goes into this field. So I don't know if I was the one who precipitated these barricades, or if they were going to put them there anyway. But I've always felt they were kind of preposterous, so today I decided to use them as a backdrop to photograph this Royce Union 10-speed. I've got this thing facing left side out because I wanted to show the 09 sticker on the top tube. I really wish I had come up with the name 09. That's a really clever name. But back in the 80s they made number plates and stickers and t-shirts and frames, all kinds of BMX stuff. So this bike is a Royce Union. It's not all stock, it's not all original. The seat post isn't original because it doesn't fit. It's like too narrow. And I guess you could use a shim or just get a better seat post. And this seat probably didn't come on it. It's like a San Marco. Not really a great San Marco, but it's probably better than whatever came on the bike. I'm guessing the polygon center pole brakes and the steel hub in the back and the steel rims, that's probably all original stuff. The two crank arms don't match. One of them's kind of this real angular cotter crank arm and the other one's kind of smooth. And they're sort of offset by a little bit. Let me see if I can get this bike out and around so that you can see the offset of the crank arms. It's kind of hard to see. See how the one crank arm is higher up than the other one? The right's higher up than the left. So somebody, I guess, customized this bike a little bit. They wrapped the handlebars. They got rid of the stock suicide levers and put on these, I think it says A go. The bike should have stopped 50 feet, A go, but the brake cables aren't connected. See the little straddle things are missing? I have those in a box somewhere. Not for this bike, but they're universal. Here's the Royce Union head badge. There used to be a guy on my local Craigslist who would post photos of that head badge, and he'd say, I'm looking for bikes like this. If you have bikes like this, I will pay cash for them, blah, blah. And obviously the guy was insane. But a friend of mine had a bike like that, so he called the guy, and the guy had him deliver it. And he said, I'll pay cash, I'll buy it, I don't care, I just want it. My friend went up there, the guy was an idiot. Nitpicking the hell out of the bike. I don't even think he ended up buying it. And I mean, my friend had to drive like an hour to deliver it to the guy. So this bike originally came from the ET Cycle Center of Croton, New York. I don't know if that's still there. If it is, go there and buy a bike. Actually, did it come from the ET Cycle Center? I can't imagine they sold Royce Unions at a bike shop. It's kind of a crappy department store bike. So maybe it was just repaired there. Maybe they brought there to have the handlebar tape put on it. It's got one of these little things to keep the front wheel from... I don't really know what this does. I think it's supposed to keep the front wheel from flip-flopping, but what's the context and why doesn't it fit? So that's a mystery. Kind of an interesting bottle cage that felt like it was just about to break. Speaking of brake, the back brake also has a disconnected cable. There's a top view of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 speeds in the back. Shifted courtesy of a Shimano Tourney rear derailleur with protection from a Cycle Pro chainstay guard. In the front, Shimano FE, and then you got rat trap pedals. This pedal spins really well. Look at that. And steel cotter cranks and chrome forks that may or may not be original. and somebody took a little white paint, did some detail work. So I gotta be honest, even though this bike is kind of like a cheap piece of crap, I like it. I like it because it's blue. It's got like this kind of really nice, I wouldn't call this light blue, but it's just sort of a, it's not even really a metallic blue, but it's nice. Like kind of a candy blue almost. I like the SR stem. I like the fact that they wrap the handlebars and put those levers on it. I don't know why, it's inappropriate, but it makes it better. I like the chrome fork. This is one of those bikes where I'm never gonna do anything with it. Here's the serial number. G0381. CO381? Something 0381. I'm never gonna do anything with this bike because in order to even make it into a single speed, I'd have to put a new crankset on it. In order to make it into a rideable bike, I'd have to find a new seat post and straddle cable, like little cable straddle thingies. And it's just not worth it. No one buys this thing, but I don't know. I like the way it looks. I like the style. It's really simple and sleek. So who knows? Maybe I'll try to sell it. Maybe I'll try to fix it, but probably not. I'll probably just punt it. It's got this CST Super HP front tire. I put 60 pounds in it. It seems to be holding. It's kind of old and ratty though. And in the back it has an IRC HP 90 27-inch tire. That's holding air too. You see this thing's not entirely tight, but it's not loose either. So there's no way that this seat post is, look at that gap. That's just the wrong size seat post, period. So I haven't decided what the fate of this bike will be, but I want to at least make sure that it gets used by someone at some point. So I'll probably find somebody who wants to rebuild it or use it and sell it to them really cheap, 10, 20 bucks, something like that. And that is the beginning of the rest of the saga of the Royce Union, made in Taiwan, anno 1904. So I don't think this bike was made in 1904. That's a cool view right there. The Shimano stuff and the brake routing, all the cables and stuff. Shimano shifters. So that's the Royce Union, and I'd better get away from these barricades before the airport security guard comes and kicks me out again. I can't have you over here leaning a bike against a 18,000 pound concrete barricade because you might knock it over. Who knows what these people are thinking. So, Royce Union 12 speed, thanks for watching.